Huh? What? Where am I? Where did I sleep? This, ma'am, where are we? This doesn't look like Pennsylvania. This doesn't look like Pennsylvania at all. In fact, this doesn't even look standard gauge. I mean, wait, standard and narrow gauge? And what's that over there? 20? Wait a minute. I think I know where we are. I think we're in Colorado. Let's just get over there and confirm it. We might be in a town called Golden. All jokes aside, guys, welcome back. It's Midland with the first video of the year. And as you can tell, that is a steam engine number 20. It's not really Rio Grande Southern 20, but it's the closest thing I got. And you can look and see we are definitely not on the Quakertown and Southern. We are, in fact, on the Colorado Railroad Museum, using the official Colorado Railroad Museum route free roam scenario. It's taken a little bit getting this all together, but yeah, let's take this for a spin. First things first, though, I do apologize for the delay. This all just kind of has been a bit of a winter break for me and things of that nature, and just trying to keep myself kind of fresh and able to do these videos. But also, I've kind of been working on some things in the background, this being one of them. Don't worry, this doesn't mean that Quakertown and Southern is going away. I know the last update on that route was December 22nd. Don't worry, I'm still going to be working on it. It's just taking some time, getting up to speed again, and getting up to speed from the winter break. So I ask that you bear with me in that regard, but the Quakertown Southern will return. But for the time being, let's enjoy some narrow gauge shenanigans on the Colorado Railroad Museum. What this came to me in the spur of the moment. Many of you may know I'm part of the Heist Discord, and I decided that we needed a representation of the Colorado Railroad Museum and Train Sim, so I made it. And people seem to enjoy it. That route currently has over 90 subscribers, I think. So I hope the people are enjoying it. But I knew I needed a free roam for it, and I had one put together, but and I had published it, and it kept temp dumping and causing all sorts of problems. So I redid it with a few changes to the DLC list, and it seems to be working just fine now. And that's what this scenario is. You have the selection of driving a few trains. Not many trains, because again, it's narrow gauge, and the way the narrow gauge works in Train Sim is kind of weird, kind of wonky. You may notice some of the cars and locomotives aren't exactly centered on standard gauge. They're centered on the narrow gauge, so they may be off a little bit. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of show this off. I will note this route really focuses on the museum itself. The surrounding scenery doesn't go very far. In fact, it only goes maybe across the street in all directions. Again, that's mainly because the focus is the museum itself. I may do a V2 of the route in the future, where I'm, filling out that scenery a little bit more for about a mile around. But for now, the focus is on the museum itself and getting the feel and the look of the museum in Train Simulator Classic. Because unfortunately, many museums like this don't get a lot of love on Steam Workshop. I think there's a couple of fictional museums on the Workshop. I think it's Dellen Heritage Center comes to mind. I know there's one or two real ones. I know the Illinois Railroad Museum is very heavily present on Train Simulator. But after being introduced to the narrow gauge and talking with Heist, talking with people who have been influenced by the narrow gauge, I felt it was kind of time that the Colorado Railroad Museum, kind of the center of narrow gauge, at least in Golden, got some love. And it was going to be a quick, kind of easy route to do, and not too difficult. And boy, was I wrong. The gradient profile made it kind of difficult to get everything looking correct, but I think personally I did a good job, and I hope you guys feel I did as well, and I hope that these images are speaking for itself. And just kind of at least giving everybody a chance, maybe if you can't travel to Colorado, maybe just a chance to experience kind of what the museum is somewhat like in Train Simulator. So yeah, there's quite a few DLC involved in this kind of production here. You obviously have the Clear Creek DLC, the main route itself. You actually have the Springfield to New Haven DLC, which is I needed for some embankments as well as the roundhouse. And then you also have Sherman Hill for some buildings and things of that nature. So those are the 3 core DLCs for the route. Added on to that for this particular free roam is the Old Timers Pack to help represent 191. As you can see, also the UPGP30 to help kind of fill in for the DNRG WGP30 that's there. Soldier Summit is also required for the SD40T-2, the tunnel motor. And I believe... Oh, and the smoke box consolidations also required to help stand in for 683, as well as the other switcher that's kind of present there, but it's just, again, kind of help fill out as best I can with the DLC I have. Originally, I was also going to add in 844 to help represent the CB, the Northern, the 05 Northern, 5629. Unfortunately, that didn't work out. That was part of the temp dump issues with the first version of this scenario. Additionally, I wanted to include the F9s and the California Zephyr cars, even though they're not entirely accurate. The F9s would be accurate, but the California Zephyr cars not so much. But unfortunately, those were also kind of part of the ongoing temp dump issue. So I kind of traced it back to those 2 DLC and made the unfortunate decision to remove them, but I would rather the scenario be playable and at least mostly filled rather than completely filled, but you can't enjoy it anyway because it's temp dumping your train sim install. So I didn't want, it was kind of a balance there. Hopefully Train Sim goes on to fix that in the future, but for right now, we have this. You notice we're parked up at the station here next to 191. I will say the rolling stock is placed according to the Google Maps overlay. So this may not be entirely accurate for how the rolling stock is now. I know they move things around and kind of change things up a little bit just to make it look a little different anytime you're there. But this is based on the Google Maps overlay I had available at the time, and as well as Google Maps right now. Right now being the beginning of the year in 2023, and even though it's technically almost February now. Oh, jeez. Time tends to fly. So let's go for a loop here. We're going up through the cut. I got this grade as close as I could. I know it's supposed to be about 3.5% with a little bit of a dip. Getting that exactly right in Train Sim wasn't going to be super entirely possible, but I tried to get it represented as best I could. Going up here, you can see the grade. Now, supposedly the grade crests a little further than I have it cresting, but again, for playability and just getting it as close as I could, we kind of had to deal with that. We're coming up here to the passing siding, to some of the storage sidings, as well as the No Agua water tank, and on this short little lap. And what this route is mainly designed to do is to give you guys just a feel of what the museum's like, and at least as close as I can get it, what the museum is actually like. And just so you guys can enjoy the simulator and enjoy your time with the trains and experiencing narrow gauge, because I know that's not something a whole lot of us get to experience. And maybe it's just not as popular as some think, but I like to think it's pretty popular, and based on what I've learned in the Heist Discord and talking to people there and talking with Heist, it's incredibly fascinating to me, and I'm just very happy that I'm able to share this with all of you. This route debuted actually on a Heist live stream a few weeks ago. I may link that down in the description as well if I remember. Linked in the description as well, you'll find a link to my personal Discord for my channel, as well as links to the Steam Workshop page for both this scenario as well as the route. But with that, I'm going to just kind of fade out here and let you guys enjoy the sights and sounds of the museum, and I'll see you on the flip side of this footage. Well guys, it's time for the video to come to an end once more. I do hope you enjoyed the footage. I hope you enjoyed the route. If you have the requirements, again, all the links down in the description. If you want more official information, the Colorado Rare Museum absolutely has its own YouTube channel. I encourage you to check it out. Their videos are wonderfully done, and they provide a lot of really helpful information. And also, be sure to go check out Heist's channel on YouTube. I know he probably doesn't need the shout out from me, but honestly, if you want to check out some awesome narrow gauge footage and just an awesome dude, go check Heist out. But on that note, guys, until next time, see you around.